at 306 over there, Northern Ireland. 306 128 Illinois. Waving a hand.
Hey, 128 around Illinois. Hey, 128 out there around Illinois. You got Fireball over here in Southern California. How about at 128 Illinois? 128 Illinois. Fireball over here in the Southern California desert, about 2 miles from the Salton Sea. I want to see if you can hear my radio. 128 Illinois. Fireball in Southern California.
Hey, Fireball, I tell you what, I think you're my next door neighbor. Would you like to have a cup of coffee? 128 Illinois said that.
Right back there, 128. Shoot, man, say some of them flowers for yourself, because when you're modulating, you're hitting this Magnum S9 and burying the needle over past the 50 dB mark.
Well, I'm talking to you off of a no President Lincoln, about 30-year-old, and a dipole up in a tree on the horizontal side, about 65 feet there. Is that a QSL?
You're talking to me on a long wire right now? You're talking to me on a long wire there, 128?
No, it's not a long wire. It's up for 11 meters, Roger.
Yeah, well, that's what, the dipoles aren't they long wires? They're just 11-meter wire. One, when you got the hot on one side and then the ground on the other, it runs like it could be on the horizontal or it could be on the vertical side. But the horizontal side, you'd have one wire on the right and one wire on the left there, 410.
That's a QSL. Yeah, I got it up there in a tree about 65 feet, and I hope it's doing a good job, Roger.
Hey, it's doing a real good job, man. I'm video gating you right now there, 128. I got you on my YouTube channel there, 410.
Roger, yeah, Fireball Live #1, correct?
Yes, that's the correct one. That's exactly where to go. I know, man. I just got about 40 subscribers in the last hour since I've been on this radio. I mean, I got some subscribers on that end. This morning I had 402, and now I have 445.
All right, well, I tell you what, you know how old Triple Deuce sounds down there in southeast Missouri? He's going to be sounding like me here in about a week, Roger.
Hey, 10 Roger on that. He's going to be sounding like you in about a week, huh? What's he putting up? You talking about, yeah, I know who Triple 2 is. He's putting up a 3-element optimized beam from specs from two of his buddies, me and his other friend there, 410.
Well, he's going to put up a wire just like I got, too. We're going to put it up in a tree about 80 feet there, Roger.
I'll tell you what, man, I'd do it, too. I had a long wire in just before I put up this 4-element beam. I got a 4-element direct-fed beam. But before I had that, I had an Antron 99 co-phase with a horizontal long wire from the top of the house to the tree. It worked really good. I mean, man, I talked on AM all day long, and that thing worked, and that was all like 15 foot off the ground.
Roger, yeah. He ordered him a dipole too. There, let's see. Must have been Friday night he ordered that dipole, Roger.
Well, it's going to work pretty good, man. If he's going to sound anything like you were sounding there, 128, I guess that's all he's going to need there, 410.
I know, I told him he was like that water, a lot better than a beam. I was going to put up a beam, but since I put this wire up, I don't think I am. Is that a QSL?
Yeah, I mean, if you're into the, if you're just into the sideband part and not the AM side, because the beam really helps when you're talking on AM and talking over a lot of other people. But, dude, that thing sounds really good there, 128, man. I might get me one, too.
I know you're in the big truck. Roger. Well, I'm going back out of here and let the old frequency roll there, Fireball. You're sounding good on the band like always. 128 Illinois. Tipping 4 fingers and a thumb. Roger.
All right. right there, 428. Hey, you take care. Take them easy, man. I'm going to be here for a little while longer, man, making sure I get everybody on my video gate. There were a couple other stations that weren't able to get there before I took, when I got some water and did a few honeydews on that end there a few minutes ago. So I'm going to be sitting back and reading the mail. Hey, 128 out there around Illinois with that dipole antenna. He's smoking down here around Southern Cal. Your friend Fireball was letting you know.
Roger, Roger. Have a good day. 128, sending by. Well, go ahead there, 007. He is somewhere in California, Roger.
Yeah, somebody out there calling Fireball. I heard you there. Somebody that was out there calling Fireball, but it's real rough. I got old 128 in Illinois just burying my needle there. But I am going to wave a hand and say hello to you, and I'll let you know you made it to my video gate channel.
Cuba, Richmond, Indiana, Hey, Fireball, that guy was in San Diego, California, Roger.
Yeah, there's a lot of mud ducks in San Diego, California, 128. Hey, 128, there's a lot of mud ducks in San Diego, California trying to go to Channel 28 and get their name called, but they never can. This is probably Sasquatch.
Hey, Fireball.
I'm going to have to try to call 777. Hey, 777, you out there? Hey, 777, I'm trying to tune you in there. It sounds like you're a little off frequency, but 777 Fireball's waving at you.
Yeah, the one off frequency.
We definitely heard somebody coming back here to 000 in Michigan. 000 Michigan, we're standing by.
Hey, 000 out there in Mountain, Michigan, Fireball's trying to wave a hand at you.
Roger that there. Got the copy there on the Fireball.
Yeah, hello to you there, 000. Hey, 000 out there around Michigan, Fireball's waving at you.
Roger that there, Fireball. Waving a hand right back at you. Right here from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, Roger.
Okay, no doubt about it. There, 000. That's your handle, right?
Roger that.
All right, I got you written down on my video gate channel. Yeah, I just had to tune down. I had to tune down to 3647 just to get you in my radio there, 000 there, 410.
Roger that.
Yeah, I'm trying to come back. Some of these people are trying to call me, and they just call me. I tune down to them, and I can hear them, and then I got to tune up to everybody else. I don't know what that is all about.
Yeah, don't even talk to guys like that. Tell them to lead you to the dumpster. That's what I tell them.
2995, and usually when it's cold, it kind of runs a little bit off the first minutes.
Well, mine says right now I'm on 3650 exactly. That's where it says I'm at right now. But I don't know, you know. I mean, I'm always trying to tune you guys in, and I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me any. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I got a frequency counter that actually tells me what frequency I'm really transmitting on. I could do that too, but I'm not really that type of ham operator guy. I'll tune to the guy and I'll talk to him. 410.
That works for me.
You guys, you pork operators.
We got some local QRM here.
I'll tell you what there, Fireball. We got a lot of room in here today, and we're going to say 7-3s to you.
Bunch of pork operators.
We definitely appreciate the comeback. 000 Michigan says have a good day, and we're standing by.
Sunday, it could have went for some hot hammer rolls today.
All right there, 000. Yeah, definitely now you sounded good now. I didn't have to tune back to you, so maybe you tuned the right way. Or maybe I was just trying to find you, and I didn't need to come find you. Maybe you just had to find me. Maybe that's what it was. But 000 definitely sounded good around Michigan. My kids live up there. They live out there around Eaton Rapids, Michigan. They're 410.
Yeah, Roger that there, Fireball, on the Big Rapids. Yeah, we're right up here on the Canadian border. But anyway, 605 in Texas, too. So, Fireball, have yourself a good day. 73 Sierra, 000, Michigan. We're standing by for that 605. Roger that there, 605.
Oh, yeah, right.
Everybody else, we heard you in there loud and proud. Fireball, you got a copy of 079 Northwest Indiana, the Coyote.
Yes, 079. I hear you in there. Hello, 079 Northwest Indiana. Fireball's right back.
Hey, Fireball, it's Coyote.
And Cuba, Richmond, Indiana.
90421, you have a great day. Down there in Tijuana, 979 Minnesota, back in the site.
Right back there, 079 out there around Indiana. I heard you in there. There was just a lot of QRM and a whole lot of people in the radio, but 079 definitely sounded real good out here in my video gate system. A whole lot of people out here around Southern Cal. 079, Fireball's waving. Hey, 290 is going to try to get back on the video gate. Hello there, 290. I wasn't sure where you're located, but 290, Fireball's right back.
Hey, can I get in on this video gate too?
Oh yeah, definitely. Go ahead. You can get on this video gate. Who is that? Who is that out there who wants to get on the video gate? You got Fireball here in Southern Cal.
This is Unit 55. I'm the neighbor to 290. I'm south of 290 on the shore of Lake Michigan on the south side of Milwaukee.
Oh, 10 Roger on that. You over there near Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, so 290 is in Wisconsin too then.
Right, 290 is he's north side of Milwaukee, and I'm the south side of Milwaukee, right on the lakefront.
4011 Washington, 4011 Washington, C2 Whiskey 613. All right, we're now racing.
I'm so close to the lakefront, I've got dead fish washing up on my back doorstep.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Boy, you got water like no tomorrow. I don't have that over here. Wow, so you over there, and you got to point your beam or have your antenna right across the water like I do over here. The Salton Sea where I live about 2 miles from it, so I don't live right on the water. That would have been nice to live right on the water, but it don't matter. The Salton Sea's drying up anyway there, 410.
I'm very good. Well, you're hitting it. You got a great signal here. You're hitting up near 20 over S9, so you got a great signal. Sounded good. Very good signal. Probably, like I said, I can see on the fish finder here, and you've got one of the strongest signals up here on this side of the band.
Hey, 10 Roger on that. Well, this is just my little Magnum S9. That's all. And behind it's one of those little RX-75 things. This thing talks better than my DX98 VHP, which has a 400-watt MOSFET amp on the bottom of it. This S9's been talking better than that one.
Yeah, but you forgot to tell the rest of the story about your 500-foot self-supporting tower, your hard line going up to the top to the 20-element beam up there.
I got a 4-element beam. It's a 4-element direct-fed beam, and yeah, it's about on a 60-foot tower, and yeah, it's on some half-inch Andrew there, 410.
See? There's always the rest of the story.
Yeah, there's always the rest of the story. Oh, yeah, but we don't need none of that for a sideband, but it definitely works pretty good.
That's what I've got a self-supporting tower. I'm running 7/8 hardline up to a vertical, though. I don't have a beam up there. I used to have a high-gain cubicle quad up there, but I don't anymore.
Oh, those are heavy. The high-gain cubicle quads, those would be real heavy. Probably fall down and eat dirt.
How's this?
Yeah, but it worked good. It's a good multiplication factor. It was a great antenna. I still got it. Actually, I got 2 of them. I still got it, but I put a a vertical up there right now, and then I've got an amateur radio beam below that, so it's working good. But anyway, yeah, running 7/8 line up there to a 213 pigtail, and that's about it. But there's always, like I said, there's always the rest of the story.
4 of those pills.
Yeah, I'm free falling mine. I'm free falling mine. I mean, my hard line that's on it, I put a little sweep on there, like a little plastic sweep, and just put two what do they call those things? Round whatever they call those, to hold it on the boom, and it just goes right down. I'm free falling it. I didn't put it up the tower and then do a little tail. I have 393 to do a tail, but I didn't do none of that. I'm just free falling it. Works great.
It says you can put 30.
Yeah, all my feed line is secured to one of the tower legs with metal. Well, they're like metal wire ties. They're commercial, but I've got a bunch of different feed lines going up the tower, and they're secured quite nicely, and they all come into the shack here and do what they got to do. I've got UHF, VHF, got a couple wire antennas coming off of there, and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's multi-purposing.
There's nice to set up good.
Yeah, 410 on that. Well, I couldn't really attach to mine unless I don't know, maybe put it through. This is a crank-up tower, so I'd have to like have it going through some plastic rings, and they'd have to like go up the plastic rings each section. So I just got it free falling. I kind of just tie it to I have a little tie down that goes on from my tower to a tree, and I just kind of bungee cord it there. It doesn't really move much in the wind. It stays there just fine the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, you got a crank-up tower. That's a whole different story when you got a crank-up. No, mine's permanent structure, so I don't have any crank-up capabilities here. I've got to just get my ass up there and climb it. That's all.
This thing out, we just got it last week, so.
Hey, 10 Roger on that. Wow, you got to climb it. Ooh, no, I wouldn't do that. I'd have, if I had a tower that was freestanding, I'd have a dub plug of Zoom Boom sitting in my front yard.
Well, you know, I know a guy that has rigged up a winch at the bottom of the tower and a commercial sling seat, and he's got an arm coming off the top of the tower, and what he does is that he actually has this winch with a remote, and he winches himself up the side of the tower. 123.
Oh my Lord! Wow, that's amazing. So something like more of a window thing. You know what I mean? Like you know how the window cleaners clean the buildings and the cities? Something like that.
That's exactly what it is. It's a sling seat, and you put your arms through the top sling. You put your ass on that big, thick leather part, and they got 2 cinches that go around your legs, and then he hits that winch button, and up she goes.
I'll just climb up with a harness, screw that thing.
No way. I won't be doing any of that. And I'm an iron worker, man. I climb columns, just climb them. I don't need anything to do anything. I can climb a 35-foot column, stand up on the top of it, and hook up the next beam on that end, but I don't think I'll be doing anything like that, climbing a tower. I mean, it's almost the same as climbing a column, but, you know, and actually probably a little easier to climb the tower because there's rings you can climb on. When you're climbing a column, you got to put your feet in between the column and climb it up like a spider. 410.
Well, when you get to where the level you want to get to, you just put on the gorilla hooks and stand on the tower. It's no big deal.
Radio 887.
Well, see, I was thinking of doing that because this crank-up tower is about 22 feet to the bottom. So I can't work on the tower at all. So I'm trying to figure out how I can climb it and work on it if I ever needed to, or change it. I mean, I could tilt it down. But I really don't know how I'm going to work on the tower if I needed to, or if I wanted to tune my elements to get better SWR and reflect for different channels and whatnot. I wasn't sure how I was going to do that yet, because it's about 22 feet high, so I'd say it's about 25 foot when it's cranked all the way down. So it's really hard to work on. I've done it. I put a extension ladder on the roof, and then I extended up to the edge of the pipe where the antenna is, and I changed the coax around on it because before I had the 4-man's ballon in front of the direct fed element, but I spun it around and put it behind it.
Well, I believe U.S. Tower has a work platform that folds down and folds up that you can put on that upper section, so you can still work on your tower when it's all the way cranked down, and you have a work platform you can flip up, so you can work on still something while you're on the tower. So those are available from the U.S. Tower Company. I've seen those, and I've seen homemade ones too. I know a guy that he actually welded a bird's nest platform on the top of the tower so he could climb up there and work on the stuff and walk around up there on the bird's nest when it was cranked down, and then he'd crank it up. So yeah, that all depends on what you want to do and how creative you want to be.
Oh, I know what you mean, like a mezzanine. He built like a mezzanine around the top of the tower. That would make it heavier, though.
Potato chips.
Yeah, but this tower was pretty darn heavy. This was a telex.
Gravity shifted.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is actually a U.S. tower. It's an older U.S. tower than I have. I'm pretty sure it was I can't remember, but it's an older one. They were more hefty back in the day, and I picked it up for $300. Came with a high gain rotor inside of it. Got it for $300.
Oh, that was back in the day, man. Back in the day when that was cheap. Now towers like that, you'll be costing you thousands and thousands of dollars for that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy now, the cost of towers and crank-up towers and all that stuff. Some of the time, I know a couple of friends of mine, they've got Roan SSV self-supporting towers that they have taken down in the past, and they're just sitting there, and they're not using them right now, but just one friend says, he goes, I don't care if it just sits there, because every day it sits there, the price of the worth of that tower, the price of that tower goes up because of the cost of the new one. So there you have it. All right, man, I'm going to get out of here. I got to get back to what I was doing. I know Randy's still in there, 290. He's still in there, probably listening. And I'll have to look for that video gate. That's going to be on YouTube, I take it.
Yeah, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. I'm recording it right now as we're talking. Actually, no, I was going to tell you, I got this in November. My buddy, Master Chief, he's a Super Bowl operator, because that's where I came from, is Channel 6. And I asked my friend 1-800 toll-free, he's a radio technician from San Diego. And I said, dang it, I need a tower, I need a pole, or I need something. He says, oh man, here's Master Chief's number, he probably knows somebody. And sure enough, he knew a guy who had this crank-up tower sitting in his yard, and he thought he was going to put it up, but he had it for about 8 months and didn't do anything with it. He didn't do anything with it. He just had it sitting there with a dream. He just had a dream that he was going to put it up. Well, anyway, he got it for $300, and I said, man, he wanted $500. And I said, well, you know, all I got's $300, so and I got to drive 2 hours to go pick it up. And finally, he at first he said no, and I just kept waiting. And then he kept saying no, and then finally one day he said, oh, all right, I'll do it. Come down today. And I was like, all right, let me hook the trailer up. Hooked the trailer up, went down there. That thing is so heavy. This is not like any other tower. Like a regular crank-up tower, those little ones, I had one in my in Ramona, in my hometown. Man, they're not that heavy. 2 people can carry it. Maybe 3 people can carry it and actually move it. This one, nope. Dude, you couldn't even pick up one side. And almost 2 people can't pick up one corner. It's heavy. And so I brought it home. And when I got it home, I found out what it takes to make a footing for it. Oh, God. It's a big footing. I mean, I got a 4x4 by 4x4 by like 5-foot footing deep with 2 ground rods down there, 1 ground rod all the way down to the floor, and all the way about 15 foot in there with another ground rod hooked to that one. It goes up to the top, and then I caged it with a bunch of 3/4-inch rebar. But I picked that up for $300 in November. But all the rest, oh man, building it, oh god, the rebar was expensive. I found that used. The tilt plate, my buddy owns a machine shop. He owns a ironworker shop, so he built a plate for $60. So I didn't have to really do anything. I just had to weld my clips on, and but it still cost me. Just the concrete alone cost me $1,023 to pour it.
Yeah, I know the expense of that because my tower is set in 9 cubic yards of concrete. So that's my base, 9 cubic yards. So it's I got a lot of concrete holding mine down onto the ground. All right, man. We'll talk to you later. And you got that cheap. You stole that tower, man. You stole that tower. Because, like I said, the cost of steel is going up. Manufacturing costs are going up. Concrete's going up. Everything's going up. It's not cheap to put a tower up anymore. And then you got to go through all the crap with the local legislation to get variances over the zoning laws, and that's even worse now. I'll tell you right now, I know for a fact that I couldn't put up the tower I have right now with the new zoning laws. I'd be struck down immediately. Not the city wouldn't allow it, but I'm grandfathered in. There's nothing they can do about it, so I'm good to go. A lot of guys are mad at me because of that, because I got it grandfathered in. So, all right. We'll talk to you later. I got to get back to my stuff here. Nice talking to you. We'll talk to you again. Unit 55 on the shore of Lake Michigan with all the dead fish washing up on my back step. We'll talk to you later.
You got a copy of Cell 79, the Coyote, Northwest Indiana?
Okay, there, 55 in Wisconsin. You take care, man. It's good talking to you. I did hear you there, Coyote. I heard you in there trying to call me, but 55 had a hammer down. He's got a 35 dB hammer down, and we got to talk some more there, 55, because when you were talking about the zoning laws and stuff, this one here I didn't have to worry about. As long as you're not 65 foot higher, you're good to go. And I live out in the middle of nowhere in a tiny little small town, so I didn't really have to worry too much about it. Plus, I didn't care. If somebody tried to tell me you got to take that thing down, they better not come in my yard. I'd have punched them in the face and went to jail. Nobody will tell me that I will not have an antenna up at my house. They will have a black eye.
Yeah, I got you there. But like I said, I live in a small town, but it's not. They think they're a big town, but it is a small town. You know, one of those kind of things. They think they're so sophisticated and big time. So luckily, this all went through back when they still thought they were a little smaller. But right now, these people walk around very large, and it's hard to get anything done with that kind of bureaucracy.
10 Roger on that there, 55. Well, one good thing for me is I live out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the desert, and they turned this place into a ghost town earlier, a long time ago, when all the fish were dying around the sea and the lake was drying up. So I got kind of lucky. Nobody really cares what you do out here. All right, 55. There were a whole lot of people calling my radio, so I'm gonna give them a call and get them on my video gates, because there's a lot of people that want to hear what they sound like and all of that good stuff. So I got you on here, and I'll definitely post it for you. You can see it. Make sure you subscribe to it. I mean, I just got 45 subscribers in the last 2 hours, so I think that's a real good thing. A 55 in Wisconsin sounded real good down here around Southern California. Fireballs waving.